Every 32 seconds, someone's car is stolen in the US. Toyota, Honda, Ford, doesn't matter. If a thief wants it, they're getting it. But the way they do it, it's not always high-tech. Sometimes it's as subtle as a coin in your door handle. Sounds dumb, right? That's exactly why it works. Watch all 13 tricks thieves use to steal your car, or risk falling for the last one. Scam number 13, keyless relay attack. This one's slick. No glass broken, no doors pried. They just walk up and take your car like it's theirs. Here's how it works. Most modern cars use keyless entry. If your key fob's close, your car unlocks and starts. Problem is, thieves don't need the fob. They just need the signal. One guy stands by your front door or window with a relay box, picks up the signal from your fob sitting on the counter or in your purse, sends it to a second guy standing next to your car. The car thinks the key is right there. Click, vroom, gone, no alarms, no signs of forced entry. By the time you realize what happened, your ride's long gone, probably stripped for parts or on a container headed overseas. This happens fast, and it's been hitting neighborhoods hard, especially suburbs. Here's how you stop it. First, grab a Faraday pouch. They're cheap, they work, and they block your key fob signal cold. Next, don't leave your fob near windows or doors. That's how thieves pick it up from outside. And if you think that's scary, just wait, because the next one lets them steal your unlock code right out of the air. Scam number 12, code grabbing devices. You think locking your car with the key fob is safe? Not really. Thieves are packing gadgets that snatch your key fob code right out of thin air. It's called code grabbing, and it's nasty. You step out of your car, hit the lock button on your fob, beep beep. You walk away thinking it's secure. But some clown sitting a few cars over? He's got a little black box in his lap. He captures your signal the moment you press that button, saves it, replays it, and boom! He's in your car like he's got your keys. No alarms, no clue anything happened until your glove box is empty or the car's missing. These devices used to be rare. Now, anyone with a couple $100 and an internet connection can get one. I've had 3 customers in the past year who swore they locked their cars. Doors were clean, no forced entry. Guess what? Code grabber. Want to stop it? Do this. Don't use the fob in public spots. Lock the door manually, or use a rolling code fob if your car supports it. And if that rattled you, hold tight. The next one's even worse. Scam number 11, hacking the OBD port to make a new key. Every car built after 1996 has an OBD port, onboard diagnostics. It's under the dash, usually by the steering column. That port gives access to your car's brain, and thieves know it. They break in, pop the driver's side door panel, plug in a key programmer, and within minutes, they've created a brand new key that works just like yours. No alarms, no busted windows, no hot wiring. It's clean, quiet, and fast. I've seen this happen to new Rams, Fords, Audis, especially push-to-start vehicles. A customer of mine lost his $60,000 F-150 in under 4 minutes while eating dinner 2 blocks away. And here's the kicker. The factory alarm doesn't even trigger because the car thinks it's a real key. Here's how you fight back. Get an OBD port lock. They're cheap and worth every penny. Or move the port entirely with a relocation kit. Bonus, add a steering wheel lock just to make them sweat. If they can't program a key, they'll try hauling your whole ride away. Yeah, they can do that. Scam number 10, fake tow trucks. You walk outside and your car's gone. No broken glass, no alarm, no tire marks. So what happened? You assume it got towed. But here's the nightmare part. It wasn't a real tow. This ain't new, but it's getting more common, especially in big cities and apartment lots. These crooks roll up in old flatbeds or hook and chain rigs that look just beat up enough to be believable. No company logo, no paperwork, nothing. They cruise through neighborhoods, parking garages, even dealership lots, looking for easy targets. Car parked a little crooked? Expired tag? Boom, they lift it and go. No one questions it because it looks official. By the time you call the city or police to ask where your car went, it's already stripped in a chop shop. I've had customers say their car was towed for a ticket. Nope, it was stolen. In broad daylight, with a fake tow truck. How to prevent it? Use a wheel lock or even a boot when parking long term. Install a GPS tracker or dash cam with parking mode. And never ignore strange trucks cruising your lot. But they don't always need a tow truck. Sometimes all it takes is a clean title, a few forged documents, and suddenly your car legally belongs to someone else. Crazy, right? If even one of these scams surprised you, smash that like button. Share this video with someone who parks in sketchy spots. And if you want more real-world car protection tips, hit subscribe, because the next one might just save your ride. Scam number 9, VIN cloning. Looks clean, runs great, price is fair, but the VIN, it's stolen. This is what we call VIN cloning, and it's one of the dirtiest tricks in the book. Here's the play. A thief steals a car, then they find a legit vehicle. Same year, make, model, usually from a junkyard ad or a dealership listing. They copy that car's VIN, slap it onto the stolen one, fake the title, registration, even the inspection stickers. Now, it looks legal, and they sell it to some poor soul who thinks they're getting a great deal on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. 2 weeks later, the cops show up. They run the VIN deeper. Turns out the real car is sitting in another state. Now you're stuck with a stolen vehicle and out thousands. I've seen it. A young guy bought a clean Mustang, paid cash. 3 weeks later, gone, seized. Want to protect yourself? Do this. Run the VIN through NICB's VINCHECK or CARFAX, both free. Check for tampering, uneven rivets, scratched dashboards, mismatched VIN plates, and always match the VIN on the title, dash, door jamb, and insurance. You do your homework, you check the VIN, everything looks legit. But these scammers? They've moved on to something simpler. They'll steal your car right out of your hands, while you think you're in control. Scam number 8, test drive theft. Mind if I take it for a spin? Yeah, right out of your life. Test drive theft is slick, and it hits both dealerships and private sellers. You list your car online. Some guy shows up dressed nice, acts real polite, says all the right things, has proof of insurance, maybe a fake license. You hand him the keys, he takes off, and never comes back. I've had private sellers fall for it, even dealers. One guy walked into a small-town lot, drove a loaded Charger, and vanished. Turns out the ID belonged to a dead guy. The car was in pieces before sundown. It's bold, but it works because folks let their guard down, especially when they're just trying to make a sale. Here's how to stop it. Never hand over keys unless you've verified ID and insurance. Don't be afraid to take pictures. Always ride along, or have a buddy follow in another car. Meet in public spots with cameras, not back alleys or quiet streets. And if they can't charm their way into your ride, they might just crash into you and take it by force. Yup, that's next. Scam number 7, bumper bump and grab. They don't want your insurance, they want your car. This scam's called the bumper bump and grab. It looks like a fender bender, just a tap, nothing serious. But that's the setup. You're driving. Somebody accidentally bumps you at a red light or stop sign. You pull over like any decent person would. You get out to check the damage, maybe even pop your trunk. That's when their buddy jumps in your car and takes off. A lady lost her SUV like this in a grocery store parking lot, midday, in public. They bumped her, she stepped out, and her purse, keys, phone, everything was gone with the car before she even turned around. Happens fast. And the worst part? Most folks leave the engine running and the door wide open. Makes it too easy. Don't be that person. Here's what to do. Turn the car off. Take your keys. Lock the door before stepping out. If something feels off, call 911. Stay in the car and always check your mirrors for movement before exiting. And if a fake crash doesn't work, next they'll play victim to catch you off guard. You won't believe this one. Scam number 6. Fake emergency. Hey, your tire's flat. Something's leaking under your car. Ma'am, I think someone hit you. Sound familiar? That's not someone being helpful. That's bait. This trick is designed to catch you off guard. You're at the gas station or parked outside the grocery store. A stranger approaches, waving frantically, acting like they've just saved you from disaster. Out of concern, you crack your window or step out to see what's wrong. That's the moment they strike. While you're distracted, an accomplice slips into your car, snatching your phone, your bag, or the entire vehicle. It happens fast, in broad daylight, sometimes right in front of people who don't notice a thing until it's too late. This method is used all across the country. And while anyone can be targeted, it's especially common against women and seniors. How to shut this down? Never open your door or step out just because someone's yelling. Lock your doors. Crack your window just a hair if you need to talk. If something seems off, drive to a safe, well-lit spot before checking. But not every thief tries to charm their way in. When smooth talk doesn't work, they get rough. And that's when they go straight for your door. Scam number 5. Using a Slim Jim or lockout tool. This one's old school, but don't let that fool you. It still works. People think because their car isn't from the 80s, it's immune. Nope. If your vehicle has manual locks or an older security system, it's wide open to a Slim Jim or lockout tool. A thief walks up with a Slim Jim, basically a flat piece of metal with a hook. They slide it between the window and the weather stripping. Feel around for the linkage rod inside the door. Hook it, pull, click. Doors open. A guy loses his 2005 Tacoma in front of a diner while eating lunch. It was gone in under 2 minutes. No cameras caught it. Cops found the Slim Jim on the sidewalk a block away. These tools are cheap, easy to get online, and some crooks even carry the pro versions used by locksmiths. Here's how to fight back. If you've got an older car, install an aftermarket alarm or kill switch. Use a steering wheel lock or even a clutch, Chion brake pedal lock. And don't assume your car's too old to steal. Older rides are easier targets. Scam number 4, GPS GSM, jamming tracker blocking. Think your GPS tracker's got you covered? Not 100%. Thieves are using GPS jammers, cheap little devices you can buy online to block your car's location signals in seconds. You've got a tracker hidden under the dash, behind a panel, maybe even hardwired. As soon as your car gets taken, you grab your phone to check the app. Nothing. Tracker's dead. That's because the moment these guys start the car, they power up a signal jammer. It scrambles GPS, GSM, and even Bluetooth in some cases. Now your $200 tracker's just a blinking light. I've seen tow truck crews snatch high-end cars with these jammers already running. They move fast, get it inside a container or underground garage, and your car's off the grid permanently. And good luck getting it back. If the tracker can't ping, police can't trace it. To avoid this, use multiple trackers. Hide one, hardwire another. Pick trackers that send alerts when jammed or lose signal suddenly. Add a non-GPS kill switch or hidden relay, something they can't jam. Keep a dummy tracker in a common spot to throw them off. because once that signal's gone, so is your car. And if they can block the signal, they'll block you too, with one final trick that'll catch you in your tracks. Scam number 3, spare key theft. You ever hand your keys to someone and just hope they do the right thing? That hope can cost you everything. Valets, mechanics, dealerships, even body shops. These are places you have to trust with your keys, and most folks are honest. But it only takes one shady employee to screw you over. As a client, you drop off your car. Maybe it's for an oil change or valet parking at a hotel. The guy behind the counter, he makes a copy of your spare key or notes down the key code if it's on file. He sees your registration. Now he's got your name, address, and a key. 2 weeks later, you come home from work and your car's gone. No glass, no forced entry, nothing. Why? Because the thief walked right up with the spare he made and drove off like he owned it. It's sneaky, it's common, and it's happened to more customers than I can count. But don't be coned. Here's how to protect yourself. Only go to trusted, well-reviewed mechanics or valet services. Remove personal documents, registration, insurance, ID from your glove box. Don't leave garage remotes or house keys in the car. Use valet key mode if your car has it. It limits access. Ask shops not to store key codes or take copies. It's obvious, but it helps send a warning. Use a GPS tracker. You'll know if your car moves without you. But be aware of the GPS jamming trick we talked about earlier. Sounds crazy, right? It's real. And if you want to understand exactly how they do it and how to stop it, check out our video on how to program a key fob at home, because if you know the process, you'll know how to guard against it. Scam number 2, rental return ruse. You think you dropped off your rental car, but what you really did was hand it over to a thief. This one's slick, and it's been hitting airports and busy city rental spots hard. You pull into the rental return lot. You're tired, rushing to catch a flight, maybe distracted with your bags or kids. A guy in a vest walks up, looks official, clipboard in hand. Hey, you can just leave the keys with me. I'll check it in. You thank him, grab your stuff, and walk off. You just handed your rental car to a complete stranger. He hops in, drives off. By the time the real rental rep notices that car never came back, it's long gone, stripped, shipped, or dumped. Rental companies deal with this more than they admit. I've spoken to 2 people in the last year alone who got hit by this exact scam. One was charged by the company for a missing vehicle. The other, still dealing with the legal mess months later. To avoid this, only return rentals at official counters or secured lots. Never hand keys to anyone without ID or uniform. Get a printed or emailed return receipt. Take a photo of where you parked it and who took the keys. Use the drop box if the counter's closed. Up to now, these scams have relied on speed, surprise, or trust. But this last scam, it's simple, almost laughably simple. And yet, it's one of the most dangerous warning signs a thief has targeted your car. Scam number 1. The coin in the car door handle trick. You walk up to your car. Everything looks fine, except there's a coin wedged in the door handle. Maybe it's a penny, maybe a nickel. Most folks don't think twice. You pull it out, toss it, and get in. But here's what you don't see. That coin was put there on purpose. It's not a prank. It's a setup. Crooks use this trick to stop your door from locking. If the coin's wedged just right, your key fob signal won't engage the lock on that door. You hit lock, lights flash, beep beep, you walk away. But that door, still open, now they wait, you head into work or into the mall, they slip in, grab your purse, your laptop. Or worse, hide in the back seat. Some of you watching might laugh. What, should I call 911 over a penny? Same way folks joke, if you see water in a pool, call the fire department. But listen, this ain't a joke, because I've seen what happens when people ignore the signs. This isn't just theft. It's about tracking, setup, control. Women have been followed. Some folks got robbed. Others, lucky to walk away. If you see a coin in your door handle, stop. Do not get in. Check your surroundings immediately. Call the police if anything feels off, and warn others. This one might seem small, but it's serious. And now that you know, you can't unsee it. Stay sharp out there. Now that you know how car thieves pull off these sneaky tricks, you're one step ahead. But there's one more crucial element you need: how to shut these scams down instantly. In my next video, I'll show you 19 secret tactics to stop car theft in 1 second. Click the video on screen now to discover how to protect your car like a pro.